Alright guys, well, we are on the hole 10 at Little Bennett. This is my first hole of the day. About 380 yard par 4. Gonna be taking the 3-iron up the center of that fairway. Setting myself up for a wedge shot. Hey guys, that was a pretty good shot there. Flirted with the water a little bit, but landed up here and kicked down pretty good. So we got 77 yards left, 58-degree wedge. Pins left center towards the back a little bit, so I'm going to try to let it run up a little bit and hit it close. Alright guys, well here's where I ended up. See, hit a second shot there, and definitely would like to be hitting more shots like that. I just didn't really like how, you guys could probably see it from the camera, my ball kind of jumped right, and that's more than anything. I feel like sometimes I'm having trouble getting comfortable over those wedge shots, and I'll kind of go into it in more detail later. But this will be my second straight day of filming 36 holes. I've already filmed 18-hole round in Needwood earlier this morning. I think it's already up, so you guys want to check that out. But I'm just trying to, get a lot of reps in and get some extra shots in. That's always important when you're not holding one up. Hit another shot, you really learn how to dial that stuff in. And so by getting a lot of this content in, I'm going to be able to start really practicing a lot more of the wedges. And I think that's going to be a huge part to scoring lower. So definitely helps when you hit the 2 feet, makes those birdie putts a lot easier. So we got about a 15-18 footer for birdie. Let's see if we can convert. Alright, so not a bad hole. Would have liked to have gotten that one to fall, but still getting used to these greens a little bit. First hole. That is the tough part about these videos, is it's kind of tough to figure it out early. But in any event, on hole 11, 545 yard par 5. Gonna be just starting up the left center with the cut on the 2-iron. This is one of those holes where probably would hit driver, and I will for sure. But I just don't feel comfortable enough, I guess, with the hole in the course yet. But give me a couple practice rounds in a tournament situation, probably would hit driver here. So we'll hit both and we'll see where they end up. All right, well, here's my iron shot. That was not a good shot. I got just little weak and also a little bit right. I smoked my driver. I actually drove up to see what's up there. Driver's in the middle of the fairway. I'm gonna have to lay up on this shot because it's a bit of a weird, the hole's really tucked away and there's a lot of stuff right. So I'm gonna be trying to hit about a 180 yard shot here, advance it on the fairway, leave myself about 100 left. So let's go ahead and do that. Guys, here's my driver went. Figured I might as well play this one in. I'm sure you guys might be curious to see how this goes with the 2 balls. That is my layup shot right there, so that's in prime position. I'm 155 yards out from here, so that was probably about 380. I hit it pretty good, so it's not too bad uphill. Gonna go ahead and hit a knockdown 9-iron. There's a little bit of wind up there, not too much, but enough for me to consider it, and just try to carve it in there. Alright, and here's what I got left here, 84 yards. You can see my driver shot there, probably about a 25-30 footer, maybe a little bit longer than that. So at least that's a nice little putt for 3. So 84 yards left, pin's way up front, so I'm gonna be hitting a 58-degree wedge, try and bring it nice and high and soft. Well, missed my number, unfortunately. Don't really know what happened there. I really thought that was gonna be on the money. I don't know. I just don't know with that one. Might have just jumped a little bit on me. I'm not sure. So I got about 35 feet here. See if I can make my 4. Alright guys, well, not the best hole there. Definitely need to get better my wedge. I mean, that has cleared me right now. On hole 12, 340 yards. Not a very great idea to go for it. So I'm gonna be trying to leave myself about 100 yards left and just go from there. Guys, well, I pulled it a bit left here, but still in okay shape. 97 yards left. Gonna be hitting a 58-degree wedge and see if we can hit it close. So a pretty good shot here. Definitely a makeable look here. So probably about 15 feet or so. So see if we can roll it in. Alright, well that sucked. That was definitely my worst putt of the day so far. But it is what it is, it happened. So now we're on to the next hole, hole 13. This is a double fairway. It's kind of hard to see, but I want to take it just over the edge of that tree line with 4-iron. Should have about 100 yards left. Alright guys, this is a pretty good shot here. 117 yards left to the pin. Playing a few yards downhill, so I gotta keep that in mind. Gonna be hitting a 58-degree wedge. I'm taking a little bit off of it and try to put it right at it. Alright guys, that's where my ball ended up. You can actually see a little deer running in the background there too. Got about 20, maybe just a hair over 20 feet for birdie, so very makeable. See if we can make it. Alright, so another pretty ho-hum 4 there. Would definitely like to start making a few go in, but again, these are actually some pretty tough greens. And it's a course I'm familiar with, that really is tough. So On to hole 14, another par 5, 530 yards, a bit of a dog-leg left. We're gonna be hitting an iron on the fairway, and we'll also hit a driver, see if we can get one in the fairway too. Alright guys, here's my iron shot ended up. I have 245 yards left to the pin. You can actually see my tee shot. Let's see if I can find it for you guys. Right there in the fairway, so I smoked that one. So that was another really good drive. Gonna be hitting a 5-iron, so let's see if we can hit a good shot. Alright guys, here's my drive. I got 145 yards left. Split the middle of that fairway. Let me know if you guys want me to just like play them all the way through, you know, the drive. You know, I don't know if you guys want me to do that or just you want to see where it ended up. I'll play a couple through today, just and you guys can let me know how you feel about that. So, gonna probably hit a 9-iron here. We do have a bit of a headwind, so I'm gonna keep it under this wind. Alright guys, so found the green with both of them. This would be my first shot, my 5-iron, and this was my 9-iron. We're a little deep in the 9-iron again. Still having kind of some issues with distance control today, but got a really good look at eagles on both sides, so see if we can hit some good putts. Alright, so that was 2 good 4s there. Might have run my first ball by a little bit, but we still came away with the 4. So, on to the next hole, hole 15, 142 yards. This is only playing 122, so big elevation change. Can be hitting a 52-degree wedge, and really it's distance control. That's what it's all about right now. So we got the distance pretty good. Square landed right there. Ended up right down here, so got about 15 feet back up the hill for it too. You can really see how far down that drop off is, so it's definitely tough to get the right club here. Guys, so on hole 16, I really thought that putt was gonna keep breaking, but for whatever reason, just stopped breaking. So now I got a 380-yard par 4. Gonna be just hitting a 2-iron up the right center of the fairway, letting it fade back in, letting it cut back in. We'll also hit a driver and try to turn it around those bunkers and see how far we can get it up the fairway. All right, so my iron was just a little bit right of the fairway, 113 left, playing about 120. My driver should be okay. It was right in the line of that little tree right there. I think it's probably pin high, so we'll see where that one is. Stay tuned. But for right now, 52-degree wedge, trying to hit it close. Well, you can see my wedge shot there, probably about 15-20 feet, and my drive ended up right there. So I'll go ahead and play both and we'll see how they score. All right, so 2 4s there. You know, I'm not exactly that sharp right now around the greens. You know, I think I might have touched on this a bit earlier, but it's gonna sound like an excuse, but it's just me being kind of honest. I'm very tired. I've played 36 holes yesterday of filming. I played 18 holes this morning, and I'm playing 18 holes again today. And so I just want to kind of say is it is a lot of fun. I love filming these, but the other thing is, you know, it can be exhausting too, you know, just because it's a new course, you're trying to learn it, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But I know I'm not as sharp as you guys might like me to be, so it's kind of it's not super razor sharp right now, but I'm gonna do my best to change that for you guys. So we're on hole 17 now. Pretty interesting little hole here. Only 125 yards, but it's definitely a unique green, pretty deep to say the least. So see if we can hit a good shot. We can hit a 52-degree wedge here. Let's try to hit it close. Alright guys, so walking up, caught the right edge of the green. Pretty good distance control as well. I was watching that pretty anxiously for a while, but it fell about a yard left on the way down, which made the difference and kept me on the green, because this green's only like 30 feet wide tops. So got about a 15-footer, see if we can make it. Well, I underestimated how uphill that would be, but it was nice to see one at least online. So on hole 18, now this is a crazy hole, crazy drop off there. So I'm gonna hit a shot with 3-iron cut down the right center, and it should kick forward. And I'll hit driver too. I think the green is right over this bunker, so we'll send driver and see what happens as well. Alright guys, so we pretty much pushed that to the edge of the fairway there. So we got 150 flat. I think my driver, honestly, it really would have made no difference. I mean, that's probably about a 420 carry get over there, which is like maybe doable if I'm lashing at it, but obviously that's not a good play when you're just playing golf. So I'm pretty sure that's in the garbage down there. It was a little bit left anyway. So we got 150 pins in the left corner of the green. So I'm gonna bring this in with probably flight this down a little bit with the 9-iron. You know, just try to get it in the left center part of the green and give myself a look at 3. Well, this is a pretty tough break here. Ball landed literally right there. If it landed right there, it would have sucked back probably at about 10 feet. That was a really good shot, man. I was just missed my yardage by 2 yards. Everything else about that was perfect, so a little disappointing, but let's see if we can get up and down.